Mike. I forgot. I forgot to change my transition. All right, now it should be fixed. Well, that was funny. Anyway, welcome to a Wednesday stream. I am also kind of clipping out of the window a little bit there. I should not be. Where is that? Where's that? I'll kind of scoot over a bit. There we go. Today is an art stream. I am working on commissions. It's gonna be chill. Listening to music from Chicory is becoming the norm with me. And I'm hoping that I don't have as many moments where like my face freezes and then I fly back and then you can just tell that this is a bust up model. Like, I'm hoping that doesn't happen too often tonight. We'll see. But yeah, this is gonna be a chill, kind of relaxed stream. Anyway. Right now I'm trying to draw a small Godzilla head with sunglasses, in case you're wondering. I am starting to realize that I don't think I've drawn a dinosaur since I was probably 10. Have I drawn reptiles and like other things since then? Surely. I can't say there have been many times where like the need or the opportunity or I guess even the interest to draw a lot of reptiles. That hasn't happened much. Whether you consider that to be a good thing or a bad thing, that's dependent on the person, I think. Do we want to just give them like standard shades or do we want to give them like aviators? I don't even know what aviators look like. We'll just draw regular ones so I don't have to think about it too hard. Okay, so this one would... yeah. Okay, that's too large of an eraser. Let's not. So something I've learned recently with Procreate, which is the program I use in case that's not super obvious, it has this weird, I guess it's a bug, I'm not sure, but when you copy and paste a layer over and over and over again, it'll start gradually increasing the saturation. And the reason I noticed this is because I have a very tiny experience making GIFs, and I've been and I made a GIF for my birthday stream, and then the little she's not on this stream. The little bongo sheep that I've made that on Procreate too. Oh my gosh, my brain just I hate this. I haven't even been live for 10 minutes and I'm already having brain freezes. It's stupid. Anyway. I noticed because when I draw like the dyed ends of my hair, which are like a bright fuchsia color, you can tell when the saturation changes, even in like really small amounts, pretty fast, because it's already pretty saturated to begin with. Does that look like a... that snout's a little long, ain't it? He looks... doesn't look like Godzilla, looks more like a lizard from the 90s. he eats his yogurt through a tube. Which I know that was more so a 2000s thing, but whatever. And then he does need teeth, but I don't want to give him like very symmetrical teeth. Because I imagine, I don't know enough about Godzilla, because this is supposed to be Godzilla, to really have like any authoritative say, but I would assume he'd have like really jagged teeth. I don't know why, but I was like, thinking like a shark. I bet it would probably be closer to like what a Komodo dragon's teeth looks like, which I can't say I know what that looks like off the top of my head. I do like Komodo dragons. I think they're very neat. I just I'm not intimately familiar with what their teeth look like. Nor do I want to be. Alright, the chunkier snout looks better than the thin one, I think. He looks a little goofy, but I think we want him to be a little goofy, maybe? We can maybe even kind of close it a little bit more. Wait, no. Have to redraw the bottom. I was a little confused. That happens more often than I'd care to admit. Oh, fuck you. I said I would try to keep it from happening. I'm sure there's a way that you can set it to where YouTube Studio only tracks like your voice, but I didn't have time to figure that out before the stream started. I ended up cutting it down to the wire because I've been trying to catch up on my Eurovision songs for this year's contest, and I ended up listening to a couple of them on repeat for like an hour. That happens. It's fine. Let's see. We kind of want to start with the biggest ones, which are furthest down. We want one probably that extends from the base of the skull, I'd assume. No, that looks too much like a ribbon. Make it straighter. Better? I think. Still kind of looks like a ribbon if I do say so myself. Wait, you know what? I know exactly what I want to use to kind of figure out how to draw these. I'm gonna look up the reference on my phone though. Just for ease. Oh no, never mind. His are super even and like spaced out. I was looking up Reptar because I was like, oh yeah, Reptar has those. Reptar's a great like dinosaur reference. I mean, Reptar's kind of a Godzilla parody, isn't he? But his are so spaced out, it's a little hard to kind of get what I want. So now I'm just looking up actual images of Godzilla, which is probably what I should have done from the start, but whatever, it's fine. So he kind of... The problem with all of the Godzilla references is that they're all taken from, like, really far... Oh no, here's a good one of his head. Never mind. He looks like an alligator snapping turtle in this one. That's not a bad choice, honestly. Those things are terrifying. Dear God. You ever seen one in an aquarium? Oh my God. Just looking at one just gave me the heebie-jeebies. Those things are scary. That's kinda getting it across a little bit better, I think. So, the music that is playing is from Chicory, in case you have not figured that out or weren't here when I said that earlier. The thing that drives me nuts about this one is that they included that hitting sound, which sounds like a woodpecker. Because you're in the woods, and I think it's supposed to represent a woodpecker or something, but it's in the actual song itself, and that drives me insane. And I don't know why. I had to get that off my chest, I'm sorry. Let's see. I want to add, like, scales too, but definitely not eyebrows or anything like that. Like, in terms of, like, quote-unquote humanized features, I think the sunglasses are all that we really need. And I am using a reference image for this, but, you know. Definitely towards the neck, having, like, them in groups. So you can tell that they're not just like little sweat drops. You know? Maybe one. Yeah, something like that. He looks pretty good. Okay. Because that will go on the front of the shirt, so I just wanted to get that down first before I did anything else. Okay, now we move on to the actual main body. Let's see. Actually. And then for the other cheekbone. Let's see. Oh my god, what are... So I have my reference image open in like the default photos that, you know, comes with Windows. And all of a sudden, like, it refreshed and then it said there's nothing to show here. What the fuck are you talking about? I literally just had my reference image open, so I had to reopen it. How long has it even been open? Like, what, 45 minutes maybe? Not even? Oh god, I hope that's not a sign of future shenanigans on my computer's part. It shouldn't be doing that, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Hmm. I don't think it that wide is correct. I think that's probably better. These big teeth are the bit I've had the hardest time with. It's hard to get them just how I think I would like them. But I think they do look better probably right up against. Especially with the angle. Yeah. This one will be hidden a little bit. No skin off my nose. I forgot that the ending of the Wielder's Temple song is so scary. It's so spooky. So essentially what I'm working on tonight, right? I'm working on getting essentially refined. I have 5 refined sketches for one client that's what I'm working on tonight. And then if I finish that before I end the stream, I have a couple things that I need to work on. That are more or less just some works in progress sitting in my works in progress folder that have been sitting there, including that Amiya drawing that I've worked on stream for a while. I have not touched it in a very long time, which isn't the best. And oh, this looks the sketch pen looks so weird when it's layered on top of each other like that. I do really like sketching with it, but when you look at it, especially on a different screen, it looks like marker bleed really bad. I think that's as good as as neutral of a face I'm gonna get with what I'm working with. Let me edit the nose a little bit though. Oh, that looks silly. I'm not sure if I want his, like, nostril to show or not. I don't think so. Let me fix that. Okay, I think that looks better. Especially for, you know, what I'm working with. Then... yeah. I think I've got some artistic liberties in some spots too. At least in this stage. So we don't want the hand crossing over. I like the way the sketch is. That's just terrible sketching on my part. And then probably down to around here. Or trying to think just like from reference kind of where hoodies sit, like where it's baggiest. Yeah, we want it to kind of end around there. And then... could probably afford to do more than just like the standard feet. But those look like tennis shoes. They look more like boots than tennis shoes so far, but I think it has to do with the big hump of foot, which is just how I draw them. For now, that will do. That looks silly. Might have to ask about the shoes later, so I'll just do this as a fill-in for now. Yeah, those are great stand-in for now shoes. Cause something I also need to figure out, and I'll probably just sketch it one way and then ask the client, but I don't know whether they have straight leg jeans or something more flared. Yeah, something that like might cover up like the backs of their shoes. What did I do with that poor pant leg? Yeah. Let me make a note. Okay. The goofy shoes didn't even matter in the end. Weirdly poetic. They still kind of look like boots, though. Oh. Let's see, and then looks like... Oh no, that's a little too far. No, it looks... I'll have to work on that. Okay. So there's a rough sketch for one, I'd say. And then these are all of the rough sketches I have. I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna paste that dinosaur into every file so I don't have to redraw it. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So now we have dinosaurs ready to deploy whenever we need them. Let's see, this needs to be tilted forward. Kinda... yeah, about there. Which, honestly, if we're gonna use, like, similar head shapes, we should probably just take the one we've already drawn so it's as similar as possible. These are the rough sketches, though, so honestly I shouldn't worry about that too much. Second guessing myself. It's been a long time since I've, like, had to present refined sketches to someone, because I haven't had commissions open in, like... since before I made affiliate. It's a long time. So I'm out of practice. Let's see. I'm so bad at drawing crossed arms. So then you've kind of got... Because this one's kind of like tucked into the chest a little bit. Then you've got this one coming in from down here. It's just a mess. Like, I get like the basic shapes. I mean, like, you can see that. But it's when it comes to adding all of the extra stuff. Oh yeah, one finger. That looks great. I like that, actually. It's like, got one finger out, like, are you testing my patience? And I kind of want the elbows to be... That looks correct, but if that's correct, then probably need to move this. Kinda, let's see. Yeah, that looks... Maybe his arm's a little short, or maybe this one's a little long. I feel like the forearms are slightly different lengths. Maybe if it's like, this is the hand. It'll help me figure it out a little bit more. Full front arms forward, I guess. Okay, then after that... I'm not sure how I feel about that. The head shape has been giving me a little bit of trouble, so I've been trying a couple different things. That's not terrible, but gonna leave the question mark there so I can ponder it. Right, we do want to do a couple different things than what this sketch already has. I ended up moving a bunch, like, I had, like, all my roughs of just, like, the poses drawn out, and then I ended up being like, oh, well, no, this needs to be changed, and it kind of got botched. And then the, head sketch I started ended up being copied onto a couple of them as well. So that's why this is like this. So we don't want it as extended on the back because it's falling forward, right? And so this, it would be like coming off the lip of the horn, right? And just kind of like... Yeah. It's a done with your shit type of head down pose. The hardest part is because it's technically a Hannya mask, and you know, they don't move their masks. So, there were, and like, I did a couple sketches and things that I should probably look at, before, like, we agreed on, like, the commission and stuff. Because at first I was like, well, I'm not sure. Let me do like a couple of like basic things just to like make sure you're confident with this before I move forward. And it worked well, but I'm trying to remember what I did. Can't you look it up now? I mean, I could, but then I would show things. I have to wait until break. Alright, it would still end in center part. That looks silly. That's better. Now that I look at it, it seems like his arms are like a little compressed. Like he's kind of squishing himself a little bit. I'm gonna... Don't judge me. I'm gonna do this. And then work from there. Because I feel like it's just like things are a little not proportional, you know. And with that, we can probably scoot this over a bit more so it looks like... I'd say that puts them closer to equal length on the forearms, which is good. It's what we want. But I think this arm is a little large, so... That looks better than what it was, I think. I'm not sure why I just drew that like a freaking bottom of a tunic. It looks like I'm just drawing a mini dress. It still looks like that. Just not as bad. Oh, man. I'll draw this one with flare leg jeans, and then I guess the next one I'll try and do a more straight-legged. Not skinny jeans, but... And then refine all of them from there. Once I get the feedback that I need. That's a little off, I guess. That's a shoe. Whatever. I need clarification on like this half of the body before I feel more comfortable going into details with it. That's fine though. Getting at least the good like rough basis of like what each of these are, because these are like reaction, you know, when you watch a YouTuber and they have the drawings of themselves and they use the different drawings based on like how they sound when they talk. This is that kind of situation. I don't know what to call it. Yes, this is... We can make probably some small changes in the shapes. Have the mouth a little more downturned. But maybe not as much as like if it was a sad expression that we were doing, because this is supposed to be angry. The eyes is the part I... Hello, Tuttle. Good to see you. I mean, I could do this, but that's not really... Let's see. When you get angry, your brows furrow. Generally, you get kind of this shape, but maybe not as intense. And this area comes really bunched up, so probably maybe I can get away with. Kind of making the top parts just a little bit not as tall. Yeah. And then you've also got the line in the middle, which could also be used. But I'm not sure, because from my understanding, the line that's drawn in the center of the eyes is supposed to be similar to like a heart rate monitor. And like, heart monitors detect like heart rate. They don't detect what emotion's causing the heart rate. Also, what is the heart rate of someone who's feeling angry? I feel like that can vary greatly. It's not like when you're like scared or something and the heart rate is very obviously up, or even like if you're flustered, it's like, what is your heart rate when you're angry? I don't know. That was a weird side tangent. Sorry about that. This has been a very chill, quiet stream, and sometimes when I'm left alone with my thoughts, I think weird things. Don't we all, though? Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do. Fuck it, that works. No. That looks too much like the regular one. Hello, Aussie. Good to see you. Well, like hot angry or cold angry? Okay, hot angry. I get what you're saying. Hot angry. But, the reference is a Hanya mask, and it's a mask, you know? So I'm trying to do the best that I can to, like, convey emotions without, eyes and eyebrows and such, and a mouth that can't really move. For me, the eyes are the hardest part. The mouth is much easier. Because you can just edit it ever so slightly to make it look more downturned, make it look more like a frown. Because normally it's like... Honestly, it is kind of like that. Anyway. But by the time I get the 5th one of these done, I feel like I'll be a pro at this face and like doing different emotions with it. This is only the 2nd one. Let's see. And it's things like making the teeth that, like the fangs more pointed, less rounded, you know? Small details like that can really help. Oh no, that's still too fucking big. Damn it. Now I feel like that's a little long. Maybe that? No. Okay, yeah, that looks much better. We'll go with that. Oh, and we'll make his tooth poke out of the hoodie this time, too. That'll be nice. And then, of course, he's probably gonna have a big ol' fucking one of these going on. Fuck. Vein throb? That's what this is called? I don't remember. I just draw it. The years of anime have ruined me. I don't even know what it's called. It's this symbol. You all know what it means. Ah. How have you guys been? The angry symbol. Yeah. Yeah. Because in, like, I don't know, Western comics, they just try and draw people with lots of lines on their faces. But anyway. How has your week been? Mine has been very nice and relaxed. Which is nice. Monday was a federal holiday in the United States, so I had work off. Very nice. Very big fan of that. Which has been good. I feel like last week was, streaming-wise, not so much anything else, a little bit stressful for some reason. Probably because part of it was I was doing a visual novel. I'd never done a visual novel before. It was romance, which is not... Cracks! Oh, that's so smart! I'm gonna, do a version without it, and then maybe a version with, and then show it to the client, see what they like. Oh, but that's a good idea. And I completely lost whatever I was talking about, but that's fine. That's a good idea. Oh, right. Okay. So now we take our put him on the shirt now that I've got the arms drawn in. Let's see. Probably right there. Okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. It's fine. Last week, streaming-wise, was really stressful because I was doing a visual novel, which I'd never done before. I did a romance novel, or a romance game, which is not usually what I'm, like, the most comfortable streaming, I guess. And then Sunday was a long one, and took all of my brain power. So this week I was like, well, on one end, I want to have some variety, which is why I scheduled Isaac on Friday. I don't think I've played Isaac on stream since before I debuted. So it's been probably since August. But I also wanted to start Kiwami soon because I promised Prowler that I would. And since I finished SBCG4AP, I was like, that's the perfect time to start Kiwami. So I'll take a couple days off of doing anything that's like streamlined, and then we'll go right back into like more streamlined content. I don't think I'll be doing Kiwami like every single stream though. I'll definitely every Sunday, I think. I missed both of them, but it seemed it was the visual. If you're referring to the visual novel one, it was something. I would say the best thing that you missed was me doing the voices for 2 hours, but I don't know if you'd call that the best or not. But it was so stupid, right? I say it in an endearing way. It was stupid because Girl A was a gacha obsessed nerd. Like myself. Girl B was popular and still in college. And Girl B is like, oh, they bump into each other. Is that a gacha game? Hey, I'm pretty good at those. Let me do it. Takes her phone from Girl A's hand, spins. Girl girl's phone shows her husbando ultra wedding, some bullshit like that. And then she proposes to the phone, not realizing that the girl in front of her holding her phone is just listening and thinking that she's talking to her. And then the whole plot is based off that. It's silly. It's cute. I liked it overall. I finished it off stream. But yeah, it was very silly. Bakanya. Okay, let me oh crap, I'm on the wrong layer. That would make sense. Let me rewrite this. These are very helpful for when I know I'm going to have to ask the client questions later, because I know I'm going to. Okay, yeah, we can work with that one for now. Let's do this one next. We'll keep the dinosaur. I keep calling it the dinosaur. It's Godzilla. Keep him on one layer. I mean, he's technically a dinosaur, right? Right? Oh, I feel like if Preller was in here, he'd be groaning and slamming his head on the keyboard like, Mallory, shut up. I'm sorry. Okay, so we want... Where do we want his eyes to sit versus his horns? I might need to shrink that down a little bit. Why are you shaped this strangely? Never mind. I don't want to know. Wait, no. Closer. Go down. Okay. There we go. Probably want the horns around here. Yeah. Because they're kind of like they are kind of above the eyes. But if you jet them out a bit. Ooh, whoops. And then you've got the nose going on right here. Oh, I didn't touch up the nose on the last one. It's fine, I'll go back to that. And then if we want nose from that angle. Okay. I'm gonna cheat and just... Now that makes me feel like I need to move the other one out a little bit. I got odd memory, but I don't remember the context for the memory. That happens. Brains are weird and they don't process stuff like we expect them to most of the time. Oh, this is all music from Chicory. It's one big mix of like all of the not spooky songs. I have the whole soundtrack on vinyl now. I love it. It's so good. And I ordered the piano collections vinyl too. So now I have the MP3 files for that as well. Something is off here. Also, he looks like, what was his name? Maggie and the Beast. He's, I don't know why, but he looks like the Beast from Maggie and the Beast right now. That'll change, but... Oh, man. I think it has to do with the nose. Use a bigger brush. Again, I don't like how this brush looks when it's used to fill in stuff and you like... That's one stroke and then you start another stroke and it does this. Not fond of it, but I can't be asked to switch between brushes just for filling in spots. There we go. So it looks a little messy. It's fine. Drawing cheekbones like this make me think of drawing Papyrus from Undertale. I don't know why. I haven't drawn Papyrus from Undertale since like 2017 or something like that, and I don't even think I have the art for it anymore. That's why it was doing that. Okay. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I'll just redraw those. And re-merge down, and then... Oh, shit. Just kind of nearly touching the eye, but not actually. It's kind of what... it's hard to get them... I'm tempted to just draw half the face and then flip the whole face over, but... Would I like to know the memory you mentioned? As long as it's safe for work, I guess? I have to put limits somewhere. No, I don't like the... No, that's kind of realistic, though. Drawing things front-facing perspective gives me such a hard time. Nani? Coach Z? Coach Z? 1, 2, 3, 4. I said coach. Z? Coach Z? Fuck. God damn it. I feel like I feel like I figured out what my issue is. I feel like his facial expressions are a little too big for the face. You know what I mean? So if I just kind of... Yeah! Squish it and skew it and turn it all around. Let's go. Don't need to change the rotation. That is in my music mix and I... Whoops, I wasn't aware of that. I was like... What part of the game is this? I think this... I was like... When I made this mix, I tried not to put all the boss fight music in it. I think one boss fight song might have slipped in. That's whatever. Let's see. I mean, it sounds kind of like Mega Man-y music, doesn't it? No, you know what it sounds like? You sent it above? Hang on. I missed... Let me... I remember watching a stream, but I could feel the red flags getting planted. Oh, I feel that way anytime I watch certain people, like... YouTube channels or whatever. That happens all the time. Even when I watch, like, seasons of Hell's Kitchen I've already watched, like, someone says something and I just put it screen, red flag, even though I know that... That's the most recent example I can think of, because that's what I've been... Hydrate time. I will do so. Oh man, when you're not playing a Homestar game, that works really well, actually. Okay. Good to note. I don't think I've had the noise on for too long. Not playing Strong Bad's cool game for attractive... Oh, thank you for the head pats. They do manage to fit in the window. I was a little worried about that. Oh goodness, thank you so much. Watching Hellsing, you didn't feel the red flags. The entire show is a red flag. But you watch it because it's one giant red flag. You know what I mean? And his name is Alucard. I've started one series that I've really always wanted to watch or read, and just I've watched one episode so far, so do not, if you spoil me, I will be beyond upset, so please don't. I've started watching Monster, oh shit, cannot remember the author's name, but it's about I know it's about a serial killer, but the way it opened was just so not what I expected. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes as time goes on and how it turns into, cause like when I hear about like the best antagonists in all of anime, like Monster gets brought up all the time, and that really piqued my interest because I like a good villain character. So I have my theories as to how the first episode relates to what I know about the plot, but I'm not looking anything up, of course, and then I'll have to watch episode 2 soon. But the other thing is I started reading part 7 of JoJo because I've been putting it off for forever. And now I'm finally reading it and I'm like, I'm back to this. I finished part 6 before the anime came out. Not too long before the anime came out, but before the anime came out. And then I was like, it was pretty much a rapid fire. Parts 1 through 5. Then I took like 2 months off and then I read all of part 6. And then I was like, oh, okay, I need a break. And now I'm back from the JoJo break, and I'm back in part 7, and I'm just, oh Lord. It is still as goofy and stupid as ever. And I say that positively. That wouldn't work like that. Kinda. Okay, his whole head's a little too big. I think that might be my fucking problem. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, his head was too big. I think that was my issue. Hellsing is the art for vampires with character. I haven't watched Hellsing in a long time. And I think I watched it back when you could still rent DVDs, because I think I rented DVDs to watch it. So that was a long time ago. Alright. I'm gonna go... No, I'm not. I'm gonna do that later. Maybe I should move it up just a bit. And over. Okay. Yeah, that looks better than what I initially had. Maybe. It's just a hoodie. I want to read Berserk. I want to read it. No one ever shuts the fuck up about it. And I mean nobody. And that to me says it's probably good. And I've read the first 3 volumes. And I enjoyed the first 3 volumes. But, it's so dark. And, like, I'm one of those people who gets pretty bad seasonal affective disorder, you know, when, like, winter makes you depressed and stuff like that. That was a very, very oversimplified explanation, but, you know, like, when you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna explain it. Words. So I've been, like, waiting until we're a little more into Berserk is crystallized depression. That's why I'm waiting! That's why I'm waiting, Bubsy. It'll happen eventually. It's just, I need more daylight in my day before I can go back into it, I think. And JoJo has depressing moments, but someone told me, maybe it was you, Bubsy, the further you go into JoJo, the crazier it gets. And so far, part 7 is accurate in that regard. Yeah, Alucard is very overconfident and cocky, and I think that's what made him such a good character. Like, he was so fucking smug all the time, but he had the chops to prove, like, that his smugness was warranted. You know what I mean? Oh man, it's been a lot. I need to go back and reread or rewatch Hellsing. It's been a very, very long time. Oh, where does this play? I think it might be in the hotel, I think. His head still looks big, but I'll have to compare it with the other sketches once I'm done. It lives up to the bizarre part of the adventure. I mean, so did part 6! Hellsing can be watched on YouTube. Hey, at least it's the basic series. That's good information to know. I also saw where it was like, was it Viz, released a bunch of subbed anime that you can now watch for free. Now I can finally watch Sailor Moon. I've never seen Sailor Moon in my life. And I think that was one of the ones that they put up for free, so it's like, now I can finally watch this show. Everybody always says, oh, it's like one of the, it paved the way for like shoujo and like Magical Girl, and I'm not saying that's not true, I'm just saying I'm sure I would understand it more if I actually knew what it was about, other than teenagers, magical powered, all of the tropes, just all of the tropes, you know what I mean. And then part of me was like, maybe I should go back and watch Dragon Ball Z. And then I thought about it for 3 minutes, and then I just turned on DBZ Abridged again. Some things never change. That's a pretty good size, actually. Look at that. That's not... I'm gonna have to flip this too, I think. Good enough. Oh... Go away, line I don't need. Copy and then paste. Flip. Rotate. Let's just a bit. Not that much. Not that much. Not that much. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Oops. Wait, is this the end of the audio file? No, there's 10 minutes left. It's a start for Magical Girls, but the opening in English or the original. I do know the original. I know the English opening. I've been to enough anime conventions to know that at least. Yeah, I know that it was a big push for like, in particular, like girls anime in the West, 'cause like when I was little, it was being aired in the US, I think for the first time. But I don't know if it was like on a channel I didn't have access to or whatever. But it just never came up on my radar. But I'm like the only person I know who watched Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z. Because when I was little, Dragon Ball was on my TV. I don't know what channel. But I watched that a lot when I was very young, probably before going to school age. Tiny. Oh, Brunch Canyon. Maybe I shouldn't have included you in this mix, because you are kind of a depressing place. I will say, when I played Chicory on stream, I've played it a second time off stream, and one thing that I really wish I had done differently in my first playthrough was the order I did the wielder trials. I feel like I did the one you should have done either second to last or last is the one I did first. And it kind of just offset the vibe of the other 3. Because Brunch Canyon, the one I'm talking about, is depressing. That's the only place in the map you can't get corruption off of, even post-game. You can't get the corruption off the map there. Yeah, it's just... It's not a fun place. So, like... That was the first place I went to in the Wheeldeer Trials. And then you do, like, the Banquet Rainforest, and it's like, oh, history, and trees, and flowers, and it's just like, I wish I had done this first. Instead, I'm here doing it last. But I did them in a different order on my second playthrough, and I feel like it made a little bit of difference. But I also know that I'm probably the only person I know who's going to play it multiple times for that reason. I love that game. I'm sure you all are very, very aware by now. Considering I've brought it up in the stream like 5 times and we're listening to the music. You know, you know. Let's see. Why do these shoes look better than all the other ones? Ones that I drew without even thinking. Of course. That's how it goes. There we go. That made that one look worse. Goodness. I feel like I have something in my eye. Ugh. Question mark. I don't know where that will go. But maybe we'll have the question mark included with the image. And then, honestly, from this angle, the cheekbones kind of look like ears. So, I think what I want to do... This is the song that plays when you beat the game, and it shows your map that you've colored in. Ugh. Okay. I'll be looking for... Yeah, Viz Media, they released... I think they might have released Naruto. They did Sailor Moon, maybe Dragon Ball Z. I think Hunter x Hunter too, which is great. I feel like everybody should watch Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is such a good show. Oh man. Big fan of that one. I'm getting a second audio mix pulled up because this one's about to end. Let's see. Ah! I'm also hoping that with any commission money that comes in the next little while, I can get a wireless adapter for my computer. My computer doesn't have any wireless capability to it, but I'd love to get at least like Bluetooth or something because I have wireless earbuds and the wired earbuds that I use are so short, I'd knock them out of my ears all the time. And like, it sucks. So I'd like to not have to do that anymore. So, hoping that that will probably be a thing that happens soon. Just for my quality of life improvement, not just with streams, but just in general. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna... This one I feel like needs a little bit more talking through with the client, so I'm gonna hold off on that one for now. But hey, 3 out of 5 is not bad for an hour and a half and being on stream. It is... It's It's not a well-known fact. It's a well-known fact to me. I draw much slower when I am on stream than when I'm not on stream because I'm focused on talking to y'all. And sometimes my brain just shuts off, like it just did just then, and then I have to think, and then it's like buffering, and then I'm like, that takes even longer. Yeah. So if I need something to be done speedy, I just won't do it on stream, but for the most part, that's not something I need to worry about. Like, obviously I want to do comms in a reasonable manner, and that's why I've got it set up to where every single person, like, I ask, like, are you okay with it being on stream? Because I know some people aren't. This person was, so. Wait, I know what I'm supposed to do for this one. My ears are shaped so that earbuds literally will not stay in unless I'm constantly pushing them back in. See, I can't do headphones! Because of the fucking horns! They don't fit on my head no matter what unless I wear them, like, you know, around your neck and then you lift the actual headphone part up to your ears. It's the only way I can wear them. That's why I use earbuds. Like, I'm sorry. I have these huge keratin things on my head that don't like headphones. So for this one, what I want to do, it's a little, made that base really skinny. I don't think I meant to do that. Kinda. Give that little, like, bottom, quote-unquote, bottom eyelid up a little bit. Heavy quotes. Yeah. And then for the mouth, we want kinda like a, yeah, get that. I don't know how to describe it. It's that curve that makes you know it's like a giddy, happy face. I don't know how to describe this stuff, I just draw it. I heard horns and thought the headphone had horns. No, people do that with cat ears, though. Hang on, let me switch songs really quick. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, it's muted, that's why. There it is. Okay. Okay, so that chicory mix lasts an hour and a half. I need to, like, prepare that ahead, like, mentally check that ahead of time. I've been struggling to find, like, where are my shoe-porn headphones? Right? Oh, no, don't chat pause do to scroll me. Right, where are they? If I could wear them, I would absolutely buy a pair. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. For like a... What did the client tell me? It's a smug gremlin? So I feel like this is a little too not gremlin-y. So I might have to, again, squish it, skew it, turn it all around. You know the spiel. You've been here before. Let me do the hands on a different layer, though. Because they're gonna cover some of the face. Let's see. Oh, nope. That's not the pen. That's a little wide. Right, 'cause, trying to draw hands without a reference is so hard, no matter how good of an artist you become. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And you know, just make the playlist loop. As long as it's an hour long, it shouldn't get repetitive. That's a thought. I'll have to think about that. 'Cause, all of the stuff that's not from Chicory, which, so like this, is from Stas Gavrik, who does ambient covers of Touhou songs, which, like, some Touhou songs kind of fit my vibe, some don't, it depends, but I feel like the style in which he makes his music fits overall, and that's kind of why I haven't spent a ton of time into, like, making like personal mixes for my stream or anything like that. And the one time I had Pokemon music, I just found one on YouTube. But I'm scared to keep using YouTube because copyright, and like, you never know. A video will say it has stream safe music in it, and then it won't. Oh, that looks so fucking funny. Oh god. They look like thumbs. I hate hands. Fuck! Come back to that later. Ah! Touhou music is all bangers. It really is. Everyone's got their favorites, and that's why they do the music popularity poll every year. But it absolutely has some bangers. And there's so many. It's like, how. I hate to bring this up as an example, because it's, like, not the most popular thing, but, like, Friday Night Funkin', how it's evolved from the base game into, like, all of the mods and all of the creativity and all of the stuff. Touhou's in a similar style of fandom, where you've got fans making content that is of an equal quality with the source content. It's not saying it's better than the source content, but I'm saying, like, the quality of the fan-made stuff is, like, insane. And even, like, some of it's obviously done by Corbos, like Lost Word. I'm sorry I hate you so much, Touhou Lost Word, but you're not a good game. Some of, like, the individual stuff is crazy. Like, I follow so many Touhou artists on Twitter, and then the other day I realized that I'd found the account of someone who did a ton of art for iOSYS. Oh shit, I hit the mic, I'm so sorry. Did a shit ton of art for iOSYS songs back in the day, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even process that you had a Twitter account. That's my problem. I've been in the fandom for too long. I don't process how it exists on, like, an evolved internet. I remember it being like forums and like lots of like descriptions of threads on 2chan. So many. Oh god, that was a long time ago though. Friday Night Funkin' is cursed, but the people who make the music for it are all incredible, and all the music slaps really fucking hard. Your plan failed? What was your plan? Goddamn hands. They're laughing at me. They're like, oh, can't draw hands, huh? See, that's the thing. Like, the hardest things to draw are hands and feet. But everybody wears shoes. No one wears mittens. You know? Oh, God. Now I'm just drawing shapes. Fine, I'll move the fuck. Oh, Lord. Those proportions are not correct. Oh, shit. Whatever. Oh, no, not reference layer. No, we don't want that. Oh, you're trying to find ultimate? Yeah, it might be, like, you can only get it on, like, a Crunchyroll subscription, or like it's only on DVD, which in the age of 2023, I would be both surprised and unsurprised, because it is like a major series, but you never know with like syndication and DVD releases and crap. You can't tell. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave the hands in a shape and then spend some time with a reference and like try. Because if I have like not like exact picture references, but if I have like 3 or 4 of like hands put together like how it's drawn, I can get it. I just need a visual. I saw this Stardew-esque type Toho game where you run a little restaurant. Oh, Mystia's Izakaya. Yeah, that is on my Steam wishlist. I have not bought it yet. Yeah, she sells yakitori, I believe. That's her thing. So yeah, you probably make yakitori for people. I haven't had yakitori in forever. That sounds so good right now. I'm kind of hungry. That's why I'm like, oh no, food. But yeah, that game looks super cute. It's got good reviews. I do want to check it out. My problem is that there are too many games. Too many games, and I don't have enough time to play them all. Very common problem, I've heard. And it's such a hyper-competitive market. It's not like I had to explain this to Mama Sheep once. Because she knows how video games work. She had a NES. Excuse me. Overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, I bet. But she was like, it's like movies, and I'm like, no, not anymore. Like, you could kind of argue that when like, but even then you couldn't really argue that like in the 80s because you didn't have save. You weren't able to do save states, and you couldn't like save your progress and stuff most of the time. So you would need to devote all of the hours in like one sitting to get to like the end of the game. Now at least you could save, but also games want more and more of your time. I know that in May, all of my time is gonna be spent playing Tears of the Kingdom, baby. Oh man. I am so excited. As Breath of the Wild was my favorite Zelda game that I've played, so of course I'm looking forward to the sequel of that one. I wonder how it did if you compare, like, not just sales, like in terms of financial, but in also like units sold, compared to other mainline Zeldas. I don't actually know. This one's messy. I'm gonna have to come back and clean that one up later. Oh, and I forgot to add the dinosaur. You know what? That's okay. Yeah, this one's just off. Maybe... I'm gonna have to think about that one. I need money. Oh, okay, yeah, it is a paywall, yeah. At least, I guess, at least nowadays you have, even with the paywalls, the ease of access in terms of, like, not rareness, that's not the word. I'm trying to think of, like, a smarter word to describe it. Like, you know, old series, like, if you didn't have a DVD of them, you were fucked. At least that's not as common of an issue anymore. That's me trying to be positive. Yeah, especially if you 100%, which, I did that with Chicory. That's the first game I've 100%ed in such a long time. Because usually I beat the main game and I'll do, like, a little bit of stuff, and then I'm like, I don't care about, like, trophies. I don't want to get a job. I know, but we live in a capitalist hellscape. It's kind of unavoidable. It sucks, I know. Fuck. And I've lost my train of thought yet again. Incredible. You know, when I was talking to Mama Sheep, speaking of Mama Sheep, one day, and she was like, well, aren't you worried that, like, if you have, like, a lot of people in chat, like a lot of, like, the bigger streamers do, if you would get overwhelmed? And I was like, well, Mama, if I lose my train of thought, they can tell me what I was talking about really fast. And so I don't have the big pauses of, like in the Krusty Krab training video where Patrick shows up and he's like, I'd like to order, and Squidward's like, what will you have? And Patrick just goes, until the narrator chimes in, is like, Squidward, remember, poop. People order our patties. And then it cuts back to them, and Squidward's like, hey, Patrick, do you want to order a Krabby Patty? And he gets like, yeah, one Krabby Patty, please. Squidward stops thinking about it for a second. Is that for here to go? And then Squidward just starts smashing his head on the cash register. That's like a good analogy for anybody who has to work a customer-facing job, I feel. And I speak from experience. Okay. Anyway, this one's got the head downturned. We do want the arms kind of going in, because it's kind of like you're compressing yourself is kind of what I'm going for here. What's that? No, we want them to be a little straighter in the back. Yeah, something like that. That might be a good way to help me figure this out. Okay, and then... no. I'll clean up after myself and I don't need any... Yeah, but you still need to eat and, like... I'm trying to think of anything other than, like... Yeah, the government just won't let you. I'm sorry. Well, no, I mean, you can, but, like... Whatever, make your own life choices. I'm not your life coach. I'm just here drawing a little guy whose horns are way bigger than they need to be right now, but I think they look good like that, if you ask me. That is... okay, that's what I want. Still a little rounded for my taste, though. There we go. That's better. Alright, now these look very off. And silly. I hope that was not audible. Let's see. Oh, I remember. Let's see. Where do you want to start? Somehow it's taken until now for me to see a visual novel that just uses VTuber models for its characters. Ah, that sounds like the anime weeb version of making like an asset flip game with like guns and like cars and you know, like those guys that were shilling crypto with IShowSpeed a couple months ago. They made a game that was basically like they took a bunch of Unity assets, put them all in one game, and then called it a AAA game. That made me laugh. Yeah, that sounds like the weeb version of that. Huge brain shit. Well, if it wouldn't be cool if you were just like, if you're making money off of it, it's obviously not cool. But it would be the best if you made like say you made like, I don't know, like a HoloLive dating simulator, and you just used all of the HoloLive portraits. And because you're dating the characters, you know? Oh. Could you imagine? I guarantee you, I think their fans would eat that up. I don't know any of the HoloLive people. I know the Guras, the shark girl, that's it. But, I know that they apparently are very popular. I'm not on the up and up with, like, anybody. I know the people who I like talk to and stuff, and then like I know who I watch, and that's it. I don't every day I get on Twitter and I see someone talking about drama, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm going to continue on with my day not knowing what you're talking about. It's great. I recommend living life like that. Even if you are on like getting off social media might be the best idea, but if you can't do that, just seeing the drama and minding your own business is the next best thing I can recommend, probably. Tell me why this is looking like a fucking raincoat hood. Like, specifically the material of a raincoat hood. Why does this look like this? Oh, God. I've been drawing the same face for 2 hours. That might be why. Why the long face? God. I feel like the mouth might actually be a little bit low. Yeah, I think it was. Well, you need to sell it to HoloLive, and as far as I can tell, there isn't even any sort of contract with the creator of HoloCure. Oh, I know it. I think I know what HoloCure is. I watch Mario DeCinco a lot. And I'm pretty sure she's played that. God, I don't know. Yeah, but if you made it for free, though, and you didn't sell it, you never know, like... I don't think he'd like that, but what if it's sad? The teeth just go whomp. Like, I was so busy laughing at my own thing. I drew them so terribly not correct. I mean, or you can figure out how to... Oh, a horse walked into a bar and the bartender asked why the long face. See, in my horse joke, the horse walks into a bra because it's dyslexic. I could tell my own goofy horse jokes. There are better ones, but I don't know them off the top of my head. Again, the head is just large. I don't know if it's just something I did when I was sketching out like the bases or what. Sure, we'll shrink the arrow too. Everybody can get shrunk. It's an all-inclusive shrinkage. Well, you can't even really... Can you even see my sketch layer? I'm just like looking at like, cause my iPad's mirrored to my PC. Can you even see that? Cause, yeah, this is what I'm looking at underneath. But I have it down to a very, very low opacity, like 18%. Wow, you can't see it. I didn't even notice that until just now. That's funny. Could also be my monitor, or monitors. I have two, but, you know. Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll up. Honestly, though, asset flips aren't a huge deal if the actual story and gameplay are good. Some people just don't have the skill for modeling or the money to pay somebody to do it. So free assets are just what they have. It's like RPG Maker games. Yeah. Most of the best ones have unique assets. But yeah, there's some good RPG Maker games out there, but I do see it. Most asset flips are just trash made for money. Yeah, when I think of specifically asset flipping games, I'm thinking just particularly people who don't have a reason to make the game for anything other than profit, and they're using pre-made assets, and like usually you can see right through those kinds of games, you know. It reminds me of early days of the app market, because I had an iPod Touch back when those were fairly new, and I remember just like lots of like fake apps that were like, I guess, I don't really know how you asset flip a mobile game, but they were just like really crappy versions of like other games, and they charged money, and it was, I don't know. The App Store in whenever the iPod Touch was new was a mess. And 99% of them are pre-made first-person shooters. Yes, we're on the same topic when we're talking about like asset flips that are made just for a profit and for no other reason. They really are. They're either FPS games or they're games where you drive a car. Maybe not necessarily GTA, but like Gran Turismo or something. I used to play a Gran Turismo arcade cabinet in my local movie theater when I was waiting for movies. I think that's the only time I've ever played Gran Turismo. I think that's the series of racing game it was. I could definitely be wrong. That was 1,000 years ago, back when I still went to the movie theater. A duck. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man running the stand, "Hey, bump, 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 got any grapes?" Yeah. Ah, that's a classic. Ah. I am coming up on 2 hours and I forgot to eat before this stream like a very smart sheep. The car ones can at least be fun. They don't usually have good physics. Oh, like the Big Rig Racing game! That one's not fun though. That one's just kind of sad. Wonky game physics are funny though. It reminds me of Vinny doing a game where you could simulate physics of other planets and you could just load in a car model and see what it did. That was hilarious. But yeah, it's coming up on 2 hours and I forgot to eat before this stream. And like my stomach has growled loud enough to be at least show that it's picked up on OBS from my side of things. So I'm like, maybe I should go remedy. My God. Oh, excuse me. I will be back on Friday with Isaac. My first Isaac stream in a minute. And then Sunday, we're starting Yakuza! I'm excited! I've been waiting for it, and I know some people have too, so that'll be fun. Yeah! Thank you for coming to my stream. I always appreciate it when people come by, even if it's only for like 2 or 3 minutes. I hope to see you again in a future stream. Unless your name is Bubsy, then I expect to see you in a future stream. That's not a threat. I hope you have a good morning, day, evening, night, whatever time of day it is where you are. And I will see you next time.